So for me, I get to see both sides of the coin. I get to see the side of the coin where people struggle, and I get to see the side of the coin where people are successful. And I'm fortunate enough because I decided when I was in high school that I didn't want to be on the side of the coin that was struggle. I wanted to get on the side of the coin that was success. So I made a change and I decided to go to college. I wanted to beat the statistics. I wanted to create my own story. I know I wanted to travel the world one day, but I didn't know when I was going to have the opportunity to study the world. And I came to college, and that's when I learned about studying abroad. So then I started to consider, is it possible? Can a person like me from the south side of Chicago, statistics saying I'm not even supposed to be in college, can I study abroad? This plan consisted of me strategizing. It consisted of me sending out sponsorship letters to every department on campus. It consisted of me saving money, learning how to manage my money. It consisted of me applying for scholarships day in and day out.
I organized my presentation in how my life was in Brazil. So the second point is what have changed, so you can compare how was my life there and how my life is being here, and what I expect about this experience for the future. But some point, right before I came here, I was feeling, well, I'm doing everything right. I have a good job to my age. I am studying in a good university, but I'm feeling something is going wrong. I'm feeling I'm doing something wrong, and I was not being able to solve this question. I was doing what peer pressure was driving me.
I'm from China, and then it's sort of like my experience in Tanzania actually is more like a double study abroad experience for me, because I'm studying abroad right now. So in the group we have 4 students, but we have 3 different kind of cultures actually: Thai, Chinese, American, and then also we are facing a new one, Tanzania.
Sometimes college is this huge monumental step for students who come miles, sometimes worlds away from home to discover who they are, and that's not what I did. I kind of went to school in my own backyard, and because of that, I kind of only knew one life. As Kirk said earlier, kind of inside of a bubble that I was always conscious of, but I didn't know quite what to make of it. And it was that time where I knew it was time to get into something different. That something different came in the form of a study abroad. Luckily, I found myself at this institution that gives so many students a wonderful opportunity at study abroads, and the search was on as I clicked on many countries and programs, some of which I knew countries of literally nothing about and sometimes barely knew existed. But when I stumbled across Tanzania, I knew it was the program for me.
And while studying abroad, I gained a great appreciation for life because I looked at the people around me that was on my study abroad. They had it made. They had their parents' credit cards and stuff like that. And I knew that all the money that I had earned to go to study abroad, I had raised it on my own. I did the GoFundMe. I did going to people's offices begging them, like, can you please give me some money for study abroad? And it just helped me. It made me appreciate study abroad.
So when I came here, the first thing that I felt, and right this first day, I was feeling alone, because I lived my 24 years of my life with all these people always supporting me in my feelings, in my decisions, and suddenly I was alone for my first time in my 24th year.
And I visited places I always dreamed about. Every time I was over there, I would always think like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Honestly, like this, it felt so surreal because it was just like a dream come true for me, being from the south side of Chicago. I'm like, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. So I just want people to know that it's possible. You just have to believe.
At this point, my life changed a lot. I had the chance to wonder about my life and wonder about my goals. First thing, because when I came here, all that peer pressure and all that standards and patterns in my city just disappeared.
Step, being open-minded. I think it's a mutual process here. It's not only about you're being open-minded to a new environment, you're noticing different things. It's also about you're open to how people perceive your own culture. You're gonna be overseas, so you're gonna be challenged a lot actually. Be prepared.
The whole concept of ir más allá, I can't think of an exact translation into English, but it's kind of like going further into something. And what I realized through this class is that I had thought before that my voice wasn't important. I grew up in Michigan, I'm an American, I feel like, I don't have any specific characteristics that make me very special. But through that class, everyone has things and life experiences that make them have some kind of voice, different opinions on what they're working on.
I knew that it would serve as a wonderful academic experience to dive deeper into my discipline of community advocacy and governance, as well as geography. I was seeing firsthand what I had came to Tanzania for, to see the social and structural injustices, and it's something that I could not learn from the best of professors or the best of textbooks, because it was something that I was learning from a person who had lived the life, and I was seeing it firsthand. There I met children who came to school every single day without food or without water, but every single day they brought the same drive to learn and smiles that were bright enough to absolutely expand any heart.
I think we should just hold off on making assumptions about kids from inner city, urban areas, them not going to college and them not making it. If we see that there's not enough kids making it, we should take a look in the mirror at ourselves and see what we can do to change this, what we can do to bring more kids from Chicago and Detroit and other cities so that they can experience college, so that they can experience a study abroad.
And I can think better about my career and what I want to do in my life and about my long-term goals, which is really important to accomplish great jobs. The main thing I'm learning here is breaking down all these patterns in my mind and rethinking about my personal choice and trying not to fit what I really want to what I think I can do best to my life and make a bigger, great contribution to the society based on what I want and not all about just what society needs. I traveled far away. I came here alone by myself. I have so many new experience, but all this experience can teach you just one great lesson. All this experience can teach you something that was always there. This can teach you about yourself.
I think it is important to make connections between cultures. For example, I'm here. I'm facing new things every day. If I could get connected to American culture, let's say, or this country, I will feel more comfortable to interact with people, environment, or different kind of events, activities here. I feel more easygoing to outreach to people here. I mean, I wasn't quite fitting the American society before the program, actually. So now I'm I made a lot of new friends within these semesters, and then it was amazing. And I kind of try to give more appreciation to other international students here too.
Okay, so I made this documentary that I called El Escape that has to do with, the idea of finding yourself while abroad. Some things changed in ways that I didn't expect, like relationships with my family and friends, missing home.
Several instances of bureaucracy getting in the way of the development of quality of life, and the struggles and the ups and downs of everyday basic things that you would think of, such as food and water, that just weren't as accessible as you might think. And it was heartbreaking, but at the same time, these people knew what they were teaching me, and they knew that I appreciated the lessons that I was receiving.